put sunscreen on, and I don't feel my best. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. You know, we woke up another day, we blessed, we curled our hair. I don't know what it's still doing, but I did get my hot tea, English breakfast tea with almond milk and not lemon, that would be disgusting, vanilla syrup from Black Sheep Coffee. Always hits, and they're so sweet, they're so nice. I really like them. I know it's a chain, but they're just really nice. So I'm drinking that before work because, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, I'm not a big coffee drinker at all. I prefer tea, but there's so many coffee and matcha pop-ups and coffee shops like coming up in Dallas, and I'm kind of sick of it. I love matcha. I loved matcha before Oprah loved matcha. My mom introduced me to it. She studied Eastern medicine and holistic items. She's like, this is really good. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Tried it, loved it. Then it got popular. Now everybody wanted to be matcha. I'm sick of it. I love it, and I respect the business that people do, and I love some of the matcha carts, coffee carts, that everybody's getting so creative. But can we do something else? I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like, I love some of the, I guess, the storylines that people are producing as coffee shops and pop-ups. Like, I think it's very fun, but it's just so many. It's so many. And I personally think, I'm just like, yes, we all love caffeine, but I just don't want us to become like dependent on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always going to be a restaurant, there's always going to be a coffee shop, there's always going to be a matcha shop. I guess I'm trying to it's just so many, and it's all around. It's like Pilates. There's so many Pilates studios. This is not the video I wanted to post today. I need to do my makeup, but my sunscreen needs to dry. There's so many Pilates studios and not enough like women-owned gyms, and everybody wants to go to the same gym, which I'm very happy that the gym that I go to is not a lot of people. Mind you, I go very early in the morning, so I don't get distracted. I'm not saying those people aren't attractive in there, but I just don't get distracted. Mostly because I'm focusing on my breathing. Like, of course I pan and I do a looky-loo, but mostly it's because I'm focusing on my breathing, and I'm nearsighted and I don't wear contacts when I go to the gym. So if you're cute, or I shouldn't say cute, if you're attractive, handsome, and you think you're making eye contact with me, you're really not. I can't see. I can't see anything. I mean, I can. I can't see you. Especially if I'm trying to focus on my breathing. It looks like a haze. I'm like, oh God, help me. But no, there's so many Pilates studios. There's so many, so many things of the same thing, like from a block from. It's just right next to each other. I'm like, is anybody else seeing this? Is this all we're gonna do? Like, at this point, I want another activities place. Do I go out to have activities? No. It's not my season to do that yet. But when it is, I want to do activities. Like, there's this cool soccer, one of the people I used to be friends with in Greenville, her boyfriend, I really don't know if they're together, so don't quote me. It's called Vanta. It's VANTA soccer, and it's a rooftop soccer pickup game. And they've been doing like all these World Cup watch parties, and it's so cool. And when I went to their opening, it was so much fun. I think I have it on my TikTok. I probably filmed a little bit, but I was trying to be present. But no, it was so fun. I was just like, we need more activities. That's not pickleball. Like, I want to do an activity. Apparently, there's a polo pickup somewhere around Dallas. I don't know. We're going to TBD that. And we're going to figure this out, because there has to be more. Mind you, I've lived in Texas all my life. I want to do an activity. Where are the new pop-up activity places? Now, I'm not trying to be active in this heat, so preferably indoors would be great. Like, if it's hot, I want to be by water. So if there's activity with water, I'm down for that. I love water. Water loves me. Also, I don't get in a lot of swimming pools because I think they're really gross. But if I'm in a ocean, preferably an ocean, depending on what lake, especially in Texas, you know, you gotta pick your choosing. I always pray before I get in there, and I always carry a knife. Can I say that on YouTube? I feel like I can. I'm so stuffy. I need my lemon balm. I love water. I don't mind getting wet. I love, like, once things are settled, I want to get back into hiking and there it is. Hiking, and then going to different waterfalls and jumping off of waterfalls. That's so fun. I do have to say, it's so much fun. And I wanna keep doing that. Also, that brings me more into traveling. There's a lot of things I want to do, and I'm going to do them. And if you have, there's a rando, sorry. If you have anything that you want to do it. I'm not saying put yourself in debt to do it, but I suggest you do it because you have one life. And I think a lot of people's biggest regret is to not go after what they want to do, to at least say they tried, you know? Because we're all gonna have our exit on this earth. I heard that term on TikTok, and I thought that was wonderful. You know, everybody's gonna leave eventually. Eventually, our time will come, and we have to say goodbye to everyone and everything. I think that's one of the biggest lessons that my dad taught me when he passed away, because it was like right when I graduated college in 2015, and I couldn't really process his death. I had to kind of suck it up and graduate because it was during finals week when he passed. I had to do my finals and I had to clean out his apartment, but I know I wouldn't be, and I had to clean it out fast. I couldn't really process the emotions or take time to have like any type of memories and stuff. I just had to do it quickly because they were honestly, I got your still recording. I don't think my dad likes talking about it. Yeah, I had to be really quick. But one thing I noticed is just like he had all this stuff and he couldn't take it with him, you know? You honestly can't take anything that you own with you when you go. So, what is the true meaning of success, anyways? So, if you can find your own definition of success and what fulfills you, I think that is amazing because you have no regrets, you know? Like, you experience what you want to experience. Yeah, everybody wants cars, everybody wants big homes, everybody wants the flashiest thing. You still gonna go. You can't take it with you. You really can't. So while you're here, how do you want to experience your life? Do you want to keep playing victim? Do you want to keep creating those illusions of walls that prohibits you to actually do what you want to do? Do you not want to be healed, emotionally and mentally stable? Like, it's honestly what you choose. Like, what do you want to do? It's up to you. It's your life at the very end of the day, and what you pick determines the status of your life. I always believe God will always meet me halfway, because I always ask him, like, look, this is what I want, but I want it when it's right. I don't want it when it's not right, because that's more for me to heal from. I learned that very quickly. That's why I stopped rushing my life. I stopped rushing, like, to have the societal norms of what success is, or if you're with this person, or if you accomplish this is what success is for you. All right, it fell again. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, you just have to figure out what success is for you, because it's your life, You know, your parents can only teach you so much. If you're religious, religion can only teach you so much. It's honestly how you live your life determines, you know, what your definition of success is. If you think success is materialism, that's you. I'm not here to tell you neither nor. But that's not, you know, not for me. I don't define success with materialism. I don't define success with things. I think from the lessons that I've typically learned in life is that I find success in, you know, my personal goals that I've accomplished in life and will accomplish in life. And it's not all material. Like, I personally believe that I've become the most successful in this state because I've grown so much mentally and spiritually, and nobody can take my mind. Not a lot of people can say that because I'm not programmed. I deprogrammed myself, and I am back to my soul, and that's amazing. A lot of people can't say that. Just because I decided to color outside the lines, I realized that's not the problem. The problem was that I decided and agreed to a projection that I needed to always color inside the lines to be like everybody else. Does that make sense? I don't know what I can or cannot say on here. You just need to find that out for yourself. I truly believe everybody has their own purpose in life. Everybody plays a role. How do you want to see your role? How do you want to write that? But, yeah. And to think about it, a lot of people are, I should stop saying that. It's not a lot of people. I was talking to somebody today. They were asking me if I dated. I said, no, I don't date. Well, I don't know if it's been, like, I've had talking stages, but I basically have been single. Certain relationships have taught me a lot of lessons, and even the talking stages have taught me a lot about myself. And honestly, to be completely honest, the divorce was hard because, like I said, I allowed a lot of things. And I ignored a lot of things, not just about him, but also for myself, because I wasn't cool with a lot of stuff that he did. I wasn't cool with a lot of the friendships that I had and what they did. But I just went along with it because I thought that was normal and I wanted to be accepted. And that's not cool. And I could have stayed, sure. But I wouldn't have been me. I wouldn't have been this person. And I'm so proud of this person that I am today. And all I'm going to do is going to keep growing because I choose to. Now, and I feel like with that type of mindset, you have to have a certain type of partner, because a lot of people don't want to evolve. A lot of people just like their life the way it is, you know, regardless of, you know, negative, positive, whatnot. That's their path. If they want to walk it, they have the right to walk it, but that doesn't mean that you have to stay and walk the path too. You know, there was a lot of shame that comes with, you know, divorce and going off, you know, off the path. But that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's because they chose to stay in relationships just to say they've been in relationships for 20, 15 years and they don't like each other. Have you seen those relationships? It's weird. I think that was a wake-up call for myself. I was like, oh no. It won't be me. I will not be in those type of relationships where they just don't like each other. They may or may not even love each other at that point. Like, there's just too much bickering, in my opinion. Like, where it just gets mean. Like, there's lovable banter, but the bickering where you're just doing low blows and you're just like, I can be on the edge of the table. I'm like, oh, you know, that's kind of mean to say to the person you say you love. No money, no house, whatever. If I'm getting treated badly, and if I feel like I'm not with the right person, I'm out. I'm out. I'd be like, you know what, this is not it. And especially if I tell them, like, hey, like, I'm seeing this as an issue. And, you know, again, I had to learn how to communicate this. But, like, I see this as an issue, and this is a problem. Like, I can't move forward if we don't fix this. And it's up to them to want to fix it. Now, if they don't feel like they got a problem, they feel like whatever, and it's working for them, so shall it be. And if it doesn't work for you, then you know, you say your piece and keep it pushing. And this is also friendship, not just relationship. And the friends that I did have, mind you, it still wasn't a lot, but I had a couple. But one thing that I realized when I was getting divorced, none of them reached out. And when they did, they were just like, you good? I was like, ooh, no thank you. So you just gotta make those decisions, and you have to align one back to yourself first before you try to align to other people. Because if you don't know who you are first, you don't know what's gonna float with you and what's not. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope so, because it can all make sense in here, but not all the time. And this is why I say I'm probably meant for a special person. That's all right. That's all right, because, you know, I believe everybody has somebody out there. But I'm not going to rush it, because maybe there's something that I need to do, or something that he needs to do before we meet. Who knows? I know anybody that I left, I'm never going back to. Ever. No, thank you. I wish you the best. And a lot of people are saying, like, well, what if they change? I'm like, I hope they do. I hope everybody change for the better. I'm all for it. But I don't need to be around that change. I'll celebrate you from afar, but I don't need to be around it. Because I know me. Just because I've healed from that situation, I know technically it'll be in the back of my head. It's just like a lot of people say, forgive and forget. That's what it says in the Bible. No. I will forgive, because that's the only way to move on. But I don't think you should ever forget, because the way that somebody showed you, especially when they're angry, that's how they truly felt about you. Just saying. They showed you that side for a reason. And nobody can tell me anything different. I respect your decision, and we can agree to disagree, but I said what I said. It's your life. You know? It's how you want to live it. If you want to live it through other people's eyes, then so be it. But if you can't look in the mirror to yourself and figure out who you are, then you're probably not living the best life. Even though you look really nice, you have the nice clothes, you know, have the nice material things, you're probably just living for other people and not for you. A lot of people say, like, well, would you take a man with no money? I'm like, the man that I will have will never not have money. Because, like, what are we doing? Not like he needs to have, like, tons of money and da-da-da-da. I think everybody has abundant energy. It's just how you use it. You know? I personally believe that if you're aligned with the right person, you can have abundant energy through all aspects of your life, not just financial. And that's where, again, is how you define it. It's kind of like when Whitley said on Different World, and Wayne was just like, oh, you want somebody, the way she was describing it was basically, he was just like, oh, that's a poor man. She's like, no, that man is never poor, because the mind. It's like yesterday, this guy was really attractive, well put together, super fit, but weak mind. And I was just like, you know, very nice. So, but it's just very sad to see, because they're just like, oh, if you go to the gym, you have so much discipline. I'm like, yeah, you can have discipline of doing the same thing every day, being healthy, all that stuff. But if your mind and spirit is not aligned, that's not going to stay, and it's still unhealthy. You know, you can look great on the outside, but if that spirit and mind is not, it's still unhealthy. So, very attractive guy. Wish him the best. Just an unhealthy mindset, in my opinion. One second. Yeah, just unhealthy mindset. And, you know, growth takes time. It took time for me to get to this spot. And, I respect the time that it takes. If I am supposed to meet somebody, I'll be placed at the right place at the right time. I'm not rushing anything. So, initially, this is not what I wanted to film, but I guess somebody needed this message today. But yeah. And again, this is something that I had to work through. Living through other people almost killed me. Almost killed my spirit. But living for myself and spreading love, which is the highest frequency that you could ever do. And love is not always romance. Love is kindness. You know? Love is always gentle but firm. But living through somebody else's eyes, living through somebody else's theories and programming almost killed me. When I started thinking for myself, finding out who I am, what my morals are, you know, I remember the plot of my life. So if you could do that for you, then you already won. You're very successful, you know? That's just me personally. That's how I feel. Okay. I'm talking to y'all like I don't even have a job to go to. Hold on. I'm like, let me put this eyeliner. What time is it? Okay, we got 30 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm talking to you like we having tea time. You guys, I'm like, oh yeah, is this that? And I'm like, wait a minute, what time is it? Oh, Lord have mercy. Wait a minute. I'll have it together. Give me a few minutes. Okay. I don't know if I want to put eyeliner. Well, I did already. I need to put liner around my lip though. My allergies, Lord. My allergies. All this rain, and then I don't know why I even look over there. All this rain, and then the wind got me. I used to take, when I used to teach, I used to take shots of aloe vera juice and this other drink, which was ginger, carrot, and turmeric. Oh, it was tangy, but it helped a lot. It helped a lot. So I need to go back doing that. Especially since I work in customer service and we see a lot of people traveling. And no offense, but you never know if they're trying to beat a cold or anything like that. So, and I will forever say I'll always have hand sanitizer, because who are we playing with? Not me. I don't play with the sickness. Ain't no way. Also, I ran out of my favorite perfume oil. Can we? Yeah, this one. I got this off a TikTok shop, and I was like, okay, because you know, TikTok shop be lying. That's why I don't trust a lot of the TikTok shop affiliates. Now, there's some that I trust because I know them personally. But yeah, I do my own research, but sometimes I do go out on the limb, and there's been some limb that has been broken, but nonetheless, okay, I'll get that in a second. But yeah, they be lying, but that one actually really smells good, and I'm actually almost out, so that means I need to get another one. And I like using oils because when I have sensitive skin, And is this too much? Honestly, I look like a very spiritual Kim Possible today. I'll show you my fit later. Like, my pants is like, it has floral patches on it and this black tee, and of course, like, I have like ethereal jewelry on. Like, I love a good arm. This is actually a bracelet, but my wrists are too small, so we work with what we got. I'm doing a lip. I'll do a lip, but you know, this is it for me. Okay, finished look with the lip on, and instead of looking crazy without it. Yeah. No, thank you for watching take 2, and thank you for all the new subscribers. Introduce yourself, where you're from. So if you have any questions or concerns, even about my brand non-niche, I will always answer those. But no, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, be happy, and always spread love, okay? Love you, bye.